This 165-foot mega yacht cruising up the Miami River is carrying 10 VIPs to a very exclusive Sunday brunch. On board, the founder of Titan Ultimate Fighting League, Jeff Aronson, New York radio host Angie Martinez, former Major League Baseball player Cliff Floyd, and rap artist Fat Joe. They're all guests of the owner of the yacht, Carolyn Aronson.
I hope you're all thirsty and hungry.
Carolyn went from being a hairstylist in Michigan to CEO of her own hair care empire called It's a 10. Her success helped pay for this 4-story, 5-bedroom, $12 million vessel, appropriately named She's a 10.
Do you ever have days when you just pinch yourself and say, I can't believe it?
Yeah, it's not just days, it's every day.
This little trip up the river requires a crew of 10, days of planning, and boatloads of money.
It has 3 Rolls-Royce engines. It's a jet-propelled boat.
That's a lot of gas.
Yes.
How much does it cost to fill the tank?
You know what? There are 9 tanks, and I don't look at that bill.
Right now, some of that gas money is being used to pull up alongside one of Miami's hippest party spots called Sea Spice.
There are not too many restaurants that will house my boat. So when we pull up, we do tend to take up the most of the view.
If you want a prime table outside, you'll need to open a tab with a $5,000 minimum. But for truly special guests like Carolyn, Sea Spice will bring the restaurant on board your yacht. Carolyn's brunch begins with an elaborate parade of Dom Perignon and sparklers. Just one of these bottles costs around $500. Next, the appetizer course. It's served in a golden bucket so big it had to be carried on by 2 waiters. Price tag for all that lobster, oysters, and caviar, $800. The main course is salt-encrusted red snapper, flambéed tableside.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
The flaming fish adds another $650 to the bill. The final course is a lavish dessert.
Then we have the chocolate cremoso with the toasted rice mousse over the top.
But the celebration isn't over. After brunch, Carolyn's crew decides to get a table on dry land for drinks. And when it's time to leave, 2 tugboats are called in to help pull the yacht backwards toward home. And the total tab for the over-the-top day, more than 10 grand.
It's expensive.
It is.
How is it worth it?
Any time that you can share your successes with the people that you care about, it's worth every bit of it.
The owner of this boutique mattress shop in Manhattan knows how much the super rich value their beauty sleep. This room is filled with some of the most expensive beds in the world.
Sleep is the ultimate luxury.
Alistair Hughes co-owns Savoy Beds, the more than 100-year-old London-based bespoke bedding company. Each bed is handcrafted from start to finish by a single artisan who hand-ties the box springs and carefully curls hair from a horse's tail to fill the mattress.
Curled horsetail is the king of upholstery fabrics. Horsetail is the longest hair you can get, 26 inches long. Naturally, horsetail is straight, so we curl it, and you get this curly mass, this bouncy cloud of support. But the other great advantage with it is that it regulates your temperature in a way that man-made materials can't.
Clients can design their own headboard and frame, or choose models created by a famous designer, like this one fashioned by renowned architect and decorator Robert Couturier.
The key thing about this bed is really the shape. We can then use any fabric whatsoever on this.
Waking up on the right side of a Couturier model will cost more than $45,000. And if you think the family dog is feeling left out, don't fret. Couturier has a solution.
Robert also has 6 wonderful Shih Tzu dogs. So we came up with this amazing bed which he designed, which is a Louis XV, very curvy, very sensuous dog bed.
The matching sleeper for your pooch is a slightly more affordable $4 grand.
So a little cheaper than the main bed, but something that's perfect for your dog.
But that's nothing compared to the most expensive sleeping arrangement in the showroom.
The detailing is amazing, these beautiful handles made specifically for each bed, the cashmere that's involved in the topper giving that element of luxury that feels fantastic.
That fantastic feeling will cost you almost $100,000.
Got a little bit like the pink lining in your suit. We've got this beautiful Jean Paul Gaultier fabric on the back, which just sets the whole thing off.
But clients who don't like what they see on the floor can still spend megabucks for a great night's sleep. These are renderings of the Royal Panoramic, a revolving bed that comes with a built-in 3D TV, sound system, and a hidden refrigerator in the headboard. It sells for an astounding $1 million. So, for most of us, it's just a dream.
You feel like you're floating. It's the best feeling in the world.
Bal Harbour Village is one of the most expensive and exclusive communities in Miami.
What makes it really unique is it's gated, it's secured, and you have a private deep water yacht marina.
That's just for the community.
Just for the residents. No other neighborhood in Miami Beach has that.
Super broker Oren Alexander knows the best way to show his clients a waterfront property here is from Biscayne Bay itself.
We're selling a lifestyle, so people like to see the boat access.
Oren is taking us to his most prized listing on his $1.7 million Van Dutch yacht. He's throwing the pricey 55-footer in with the home, one of several incentives he's offering to buyers in this massive estate with every convenience.
From right here, open up the doors, turn on the music, turn on the lights.
From your phone.
All from my
phone.
While
we're on the boat.
Welcome to 252 Val Bay Drive.
Oren's father designed and built this ultra-modern 20,000 square foot indoor-outdoor tropical oasis.
So what was the vision with this house?
The idea was to create something that was contemporary yet still felt intimate.
Some of those intimate touches include a rooftop jacuzzi and an infinity pool lined with $500,000 of see-through glass.
We had to give the house a bit of a ooh-wah factor. When you have people in the swimming pool swimming and you're able to see them as if you're looking into an aquarium, it's pretty ooh-wah.
Another wow feature, the 2,500 square foot master bedroom suite.
We wanted to create an impactful room, so you have 80 feet of views over the wide open bay here.
And Oren believes that the type of client who buys this home will also want amazing views of their art.
So this is a museum quality gallery.
Yeah, because whoever buys this house is probably going to have some major artwork.
That's
right?
correct. So
And they want to show it off.
Exactly. So we created these walls which are naturally lit by these skylights.
If the buyer does not yet have a museum-worthy collection to display here, they can buy the more than $20 million worth of art on the walls, including this Warhol worth around $2.5 million. Also for sale, this $600,000 Jaguar XK, and that yacht docked out back.
So you're an art dealer, a car dealer, a broker, all in one sale.
We curated the lifestyle for the ultimate billionaire.
Asking price for this turnkey ultimate Miami billionaire lifestyle, more than $50 million. Of course, most billionaires come with their own precious collectibles. So, for the buyer who's only interested in the real estate, the price tag is reduced to a mere $36 million. Toys not included. These are the Hot Wheels, owned by multi-millionaires. Vintage Formula One cars worth 6 and 7 figures apiece, and they're racing them at speeds close to 200 miles per hour, reliving their boyhood fantasies.
I love driving these things. Brings back great memories. This is the big guy Hot Wheel.
Zach Brown used to be a Formula One driver, but he made his money starting the world's largest motorsports marketing agency. Now he races his collection of 21 cars for fun, and every one of them was a winner back in its heyday, like this set of wheels driven by Mario Andretti.
About $750,000. The one behind there is about $500,000.
Problem is, they're not street legal, so he has to go to a track like the Laguna Seca Raceway here in Central California. For this event alone, Zach's spending $200,000 to transport 5 cars and his own 15-man pit crew all the way from his home in London.
It's an expensive hobby. It's what keeps me working.
There's no prize, but racing in a sweltering fire trap a few inches from the ground can still get pretty competitive.
Anxiety's high, it's hot, you're really tight in the car, then you got everyone around you. When you touch wheels, these cars will get up in the air. It's one thing to be driving it by yourself. It's another thing to be out there with 40 other loonies like me.
Another millionaire putting the pedal to the metal this weekend is Chris McAllister. His vintage Ferrari recently had a starring role in the movie Rush. It's the actual car that racing icon Niki Lauda drove in his famous 1976 showdown against James Hunt.
What's it like to sit in this car?
Kind of like a dream come true.
He's been offered millions for it, but Chris says he'll never part with his dream car. Because for Chris and Zach, the real-life Rush is worth way more than the big bucks these Hot Wheels could ever bring them. There's a cocktail at the London bar in New York City that brings new meaning to the words top shelf.
It is the most luxurious margarita in the world. It's very smooth, it's easy going down.
Jason Goldstein is the creator of the Billionaire Margarita, a $1,200 drink that includes a very expensive splash of Louis XIII. But this $3,000 bottle of cognac, house-made bitters, and organic citrus all take a back seat to this, a rare tequila priced at $7,500 a bottle. That's the star of Jason's cocktail.
Aged a minimum of 4 years, which a traditional añejo is aged about 6 months.
The Patron en Lalique Serie 1 is not the tequila you knocked back in college. The amber liquor comes in a glass bottle that's a work of art in itself. The glass was fired in France, handcrafted and each one signed by a master artisan from esteemed crystal maker Lalique.
Finest crystal maker in France, pairing up with the finest tequila maker in Mexico.
The limited edition tequila includes an elaborate unwrapping experience. Inside one box is a smaller, fancier one made of carved metal and fine leather. Behind two tiny doors, the precious liquid sits inside exquisite French crystal.
We're fortunate enough to be able to purchase one of the 500 bottles that were produced of the special tequila.
The fancy bottle only holds enough of the luxe liquor to make about 16 drinks. That's a bar tab just shy of 20 grand. Minus gratuity, of course. Let's just hope whoever drinks it remembers to leave a top shelf tip for the bartender.
I'm not going to tell anybody how much they should tip. As long as they're providing good service and giving a great cocktail, we'll leave that up to the guests.